And we're joined by Matt Morono, the City of Kelowna's Active Transportation Manager. Matt, I don't see any bikes yet. What's happening with our bike share program? What's happening with Dropbike?
Sure. So in the process of figuring out, we tried to kind of try a pilot last summer. We've told council that we're going to be moving towards a process that allows multiple people, multiple types of vehicles, not only bikes, to be ridden, maybe electrified vehicles, if you were, and we're trying to open the door to more of this kind of service in the city of Kelowna to serve residents and serve travel needs across possibly the region.
So, does Dropbike not like the idea of kind of sharing this piece of the transportation puzzle?
I think Dropbike can answer that question. But if we kind of look at kind of statements that they've made to us about different processes, I think they'd like to see something that has them in kind of like the only operator in the market. But we're really not as interested in that. We want to have as much of this service as possible.
Right. So to be clear, though, Dropbike hasn't given any sort of definitive, we don't want to share this space at all message definitively. You're just trying to read between the lines a little bit because you just aren't sure at this point.
Exactly. They can comment on kind of like what their plans are, but essentially what we're seeing right now is by us moving in the direction of having multiple operators, them just having a little bit of hesitation around will they, won't they kind of thing, at least in terms of not having bikes out right now. And what we essentially want to do is, at the end of the day, have a long-term program that maximizes the value of bike share in our community long-term. And that means being really flexible because we've seen a lot of changes, a lot of different kinds of operators. People like Uber and Lyft are now actually bike share operators. So it really changes the game when there are more players to choose from. They're delivering a wider variety of things, and we can welcome that into our community instead of essentially picking winners and losers at a staff level. We're not that comfortable with that.
Okay, so if things don't come together to proceed with Dropbike, is it too late this year to see another player come into Kelowna to carry on with the momentum that Dropbike got started?
I think in this market, there's so many changes, there's no real guarantees, but I do think that we do have the time at this point, at how far we are along with building new regulations, that we can get to a point where we do have people entering the market in the summertime, but that is really dependent on a wide variety of factors from much larger organizations that are thinking about global expansion. So we want to try and make Kelowna as attractive as possible to those investors.
So I was hoping that I could find out today, are we or are we not going to have bike sharing in Kelowna this summer? And I guess we just don't know.
The hope is yes, but we really don't know a lot of different things, especially when things are changing this fast. I think you can ask the same question of if I was to be asked, is there going to be ride sharing by this fall? It's hard to really give an answer because there's so many different factors at different levels of both government and just kind of the private sector that we're really not sure about those kind of things. But what we're moving towards is the ability to do so.
Terrific. Thanks for filling us in, Matt Morono, and thank you for watching Kelowna Now.